My name is Annalise Bars, and I'm coming to you from Fort Mill, South Carolina. This is my entry into the Kraft Philadelphia Cream Cheese Cooking Contest, hosted by the fabulous Miss Paula Dean, whom I cannot wait to meet when I make it down there to the finals, because I think that this recipe does a really good job of hitting all the major flavor components. It's really going to just be an exciting party in your mouth. For an appetizer, I put together a springtime vegetable pizza. And pizza is always a big hit in my house. You ask the kids what they want for dinner, pizza is it, 9 times out of 10. So I figured what better way to sneak some vegetables into their diet than with a fabulous pizza. And then too, this would also work if you have some girlfriends to come over for some girl talk and you just want to sit around and maybe sip some wine and have some fancy snacks. This is easy to prepare and it tastes great, which is just the most important thing. And when I say springtime vegetable pizza, springtime in Michigan, where I'm originally from, is synonymous with the asparagus harvest. And nothing is better than fresh asparagus. And I know asparagus is usually last on people's lists of favorite vegetables, but I'm here to say that when you prepare it the right way, you can actually get natural sugars to come out. That's right, there is sugar in asparagus, and this pizza is going to bring it out. So let's get started. Alright, the first step in our recipe is going to be to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. We need the oven preheated so that we can roast the asparagus off, and then as well as to cook the pizza. So 400 degrees is what you want to set your oven at. The next step is that we need to pick a crust. Now, if you've got a lot of time on your hands, or if you have a favorite pizza crust recipe, by all means, you can use that. But I'm a busy mom, I've got 4 little kids, I want to get it out on the table as quickly as possible. So I did find some pretty good pizza crusts that are already made up. They're in the supermarket, just went ahead and grabbed it. This one's whole wheat, so you get the added benefits of the whole wheat crust. And then our sauce for the pizza is going to be the Philadelphia cream cheese cooking cream. It's Justin. I have an important announcement to make, and that is why I'm breaking into my cooking video. This contestant did not read the fine print until after she shot her video, and I realized I used the Philadelphia cooking cream when I needed to use the fabulous Philadelphia regular cream cheese. So I went ahead and I modified my recipe to reflect the correct product. So instead of the cooking cream garlic flavored, I'm going to use 4 ounces of a softened Philadelphia cream cheese with 2 tablespoons of a sun-dried tomato pesto mixed in. That is going to be the base for my pizza. On top of the crust, spread the sauce, and then the toppings will go back onto it. I just wanted to go ahead and make this important announcement and return you back to my video, and you will see me after I have put the sauce on, and now we will begin putting on the toppings. And then any future references to the cooking cream, please disregard and know that it is nothing but the pure goodness of Philadelphia cream cheese. Thank you, and I can't wait to meet you, Paula. And next are caramelized onions and red peppers. I went ahead and I cut a half of a large onion, so about a half a cup, thinly sliced, and I cooked that off in some bacon fat, because I cooked up 3 slices of bacon till they were crispy, and then I crumbled those, and that'll be another component that we layer into this crust. And then I'm going to spread the onions and the peppers out. Again, this is again just for a little bit more sweetness, plus 2 more vegetables for our vegetable pizza. This is definitely a grown-up pizza. And then you know what? Kids can appreciate this too because of the sweetness that these vegetables bring. Okay, there's my roasted red peppers and onions. Next, I've got those 3 slices of bacon that were crisp cooked, and I crumble them. We're going to sprinkle that over the pizza. I love bacon, and as a matter of fact, my son just told me, basically put me to the challenge, what do you cook without bacon? And you know what? I have a really hard time coming up with an answer for that. This is not my first entry into this cooking contest or my first time out of the gate entering in these cooking cream or or the cream cheese videos, and now that I think about it, I've used bacon a lot, but you know what? Everything is better with bacon. And I have to agree that it just adds a nice smoky component to this pizza. All right, now it's time for the asparagus, right? Everybody's favorite vegetable. Comes in bunches in the grocers, the fresh produce section. You can use frozen, but why would you when it's springtime and they just picked it? I take off as much stem as possible because we want the nice tender tip. And then I cut this in half. I just laid it out on a sheet pan, drizzled a little bit of canola oil on top, just a little bit of salt and pepper, not a lot. We do want to remember to season each layer, but we don't want to go crazy with the salt because we've got salty bacon. Later we're going to have some blue cheese. The pesto has some salt in it. And then as well as the garlic flavor from the cooking cream. We want to make sure that we don't overwhelm our mouth, but definitely that each bite has as much flavor as it can take. So this is my roasted asparagus. And I just roasted it off till the edges were just a light golden brown. And that golden brown color that you're looking for, believe it or not, that is the natural sugars in the asparagus caramelizing. So yes, asparagus and vegetables do have sugar in them. And when you roast the vegetables, as much like good flavor comes out of them, it does not get slimy because you're roasting it. You're trying not to add extra moisture like a steaming might. And it's a very grown-up looking pizza. And you know what? Trust me, if your kids tried it like this, they would like it. This is not your mama's asparagus. It's definitely not my mom's asparagus. And last but not least, we're going to top it off with the blue cheese. Now, I like the blue cheese because it adds a little punch, so I'm not going to put a lot because I don't want to lose the sweetness factor that I've got from the onions, the sweetness from the red peppers, and believe it or not, the sweetness from the asparagus. And that asparagus cooked, roasted up in a 400-degree oven just until the edges were crisp, a little bit brown. And I'm not going to turn the oven off after I pull out the asparagus because now my pizza crust is going to go in. I did use a pizza pan. That's because, you know, you've got a lot of toppings on here. Lately, I don't know what it is, but my pizzas, I go to pull them out or put them in the oven, and they just have been folding on me because I like a thin crust. I don't like a lot of dough. That's me personally. So I'm going to use a pizza pan with this one, definitely, because it's just loaded up. And I tell you what, you sit down, you got a glass of wine, you got some girl talk happening, or even if it's for your kids, it's a little bit more grown up. And you know what? They're going to love it. And it hits all the flavor profiles. You've got smoky from the bacon, you've got sweet from those vegetables, you've got creamy indulgence from the cooking cream. It is an awesome pizza, and I really hope you give it a try. And I really hope that I get to see Miss Paula Dean here coming up